Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Michigan Fishing. We are, everybody's talking about the Alabama rig. You guys all know it. Originally called the umbrella rig. I was just going to talk about it a little bit because there's a big debate going on right now. Is it ethnical? Is it right? Should it be done in fishing? Should it be used? I'm not going to talk about tactics or anything with it. I'm just going to talk about, do you guys believe it should really be used? You guys can write comments and stuff like that. Personally, my personal view on it is if you're fun fishing, sure, go for it. If it's legal in your state and you're fun fishing, go for it. Go have fun. In a tournament situation, no matter what tournament it is, I don't believe it's right. I don't think it's going to help our sport grow. I don't think it's like KVD said, because I went to one of his seminars, he was talking about the Alabama rig, got brought up. And you could hear everybody, they're just like, it's bullcrap, that's stupid, it's dumb, blah, blah, blah. And Michigan's known as one of the biggest states for fishing. I mean, look at us, we got the Great Lakes around us, so we have a lot of opinion about fishing. And basically he was talking about how a lot of guys are just being really unethical with it. For one thing, it started out, I think, with 3 or 5 hooks. I think 5. Some guys, KVD even said, some guys are using 10 hooks on it. He said that they recorded a show, and they had to edit 80% of it out, because half the fish were coming out with chunks of meat out of them. They were coming out ripped literally in half. They were ripped in half from being brought up, being fought, other fish getting hooked on the hooks that they were hooked on, and they were just ripping against each other. All these things, and it was just tearing the fish up. It just wasn't good for them. It catches fish, you gotta say, but the other thing is Scott Martin was saying how they catch a lot of suspended fish, but those suspended fish a lot of times, wherever you fish, you're only catching a certain percentage of the fish because the other percentage is where you're not, where everybody else is not. And those fish are taking breaks from, their daily routine. They're doing whatever they do. And they need breaks from fishermen too, because you gotta admit, most of the bass in a lake have been caught at least once by the time they're a 3-pounder. Most of the time. Depending on how big your lake is, depending on your bass population. So, when you start interfering with these bass' daily lives, it can really affect the ecosystem. That's what he was saying. So, my question to you guys is, do you guys think the Alabama rig is really ethnical? Some of you guys are saying, well, it's just another way to catch fish. Well, here's the thing. It's tearing up the fish. Is it fair in a tournament situation? No. KVD was even saying he doesn't believe it should be done in a tournament situation. Fun fishing, sure. Tournament situation, no. The reason they do all these techniques and all these things that are ruled out is because tournament fishing, it bases you on your skill. It doesn't base you on, I can cast a whatever out and I can reel in a fish almost every time. It's not that. It's the skill at which you can fish each lure. It's all about skill. It's kind of like trolling. Trolling doesn't take a lot of skill. It does take some skill. Trust me, it does. I mean, look at charters, salmon charters. But it does take a little bit of skill, but it doesn't take as much skill as fishing a jig in 40 foot of water, fishing a jerkbait over 40 foot of water, or catching bass on a spinnerbait in low 40s, like KVD can. I mean, it's different, and a lot of those pros can too. But the Alabama rig just doesn't take the skill that a lot of these other things take. That's what basically we're talking about. Is I don't truly think it should be used. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right in a tournament situation. Fun fishing, yeah. So, just rate your guys' opinion on this. Let's figure it out what's going on. I mean, because a lot of tournament circuits are debating if they should get rid of it or not. Because tournaments, the weights are getting bigger and blah, blah, blah. And it's promoting the Alabama rig and all this other stuff. But is it right in a tournament situation? That's what they're debating. Those are the things they're debating. So, I don't believe in the Alabama rig for tournaments. Fun fishing, yes. I just don't think it's ethnical. I don't think it's the right way to fish. I don't think it takes a lot of skill. I don't think it's good for the fish. Blah, blah, blah. I could go on and on. So, anyways, write a comment, rate, subscribe. Let's talk about this more. I'll do update videos on it if you guys really want. So, stay tuned for more episodes of Michigan Fishing.